My name is Dr. Adam Sawyers. I am a particularly terrible powerlifter and an exceptionally good online coach. And this is my training as I rehabilitate from my exploded quads. So, left side's a lot easier on this. I've already done 2 sets of hamstring curls and then 2 sets of split squat isometric holds using a lat pull down from above, so it takes off about, I had it on 40 kilos today for 2 sets of 30 seconds. Now, single leg extensions. I'm going to try, so that's 10 kilos, and try 15 kilos, which will be the first. Now, I've done this weight once before, so these are like the hardest exercise in terms of progression because there's nothing else you can use but your quad. So I'm just trying to progress them. So this is 15 kilos. Oh. That's PB. Most of them with that is 5. So that's a nice improvement. This side, on the other hand, nice and easy. It's the other side where I got the nerve damage, which makes it all significantly harder. So, already done 2 sets of hamstring curls on that machine there, but at the time all of these machines had people on, so I didn't want to film them. And then I did the isometric holds, but I needed my phone for the timer because I forgot to bring a stopwatch. And now I have the leg extensions, so I'm going to go back down to 10 kilos now, because that one was like, it's more pain than strength on this side with the nerve damage in it. So I shall do another set of this, and then I'm going to go on to do some kind of squats. Depends if the squat rack's free. Anyway, so this is no pain, and it's like a 1 out of 10 pain. So at the minute, I'm only doing like actual leg sessions every 4 to 5 days instead of doing it every day. And that's because now I can actually train my legs a bit harder. So I end up where I'm needing to take the time to recover anyway. And it's becoming more of a pain management thing when I'm doing it every day instead of a strength thing. So I swapped my leg sessions now, so it's like legs push-pull basically. If my legs aren't recovered in time, I'll either do something else or have a rest. If they are, then I'll do them. So today, knees felt pretty good, so full leg session it is. It's going to be like the most underwhelming leg session to anybody who's healthy, but need to rehab. Just need to look at it like I'm just somebody who has a 100 kilo max squat instead of being instead of thinking of me being a 280 squatter who's rehabbing, I'm just thinking of it like a 100 kilo squatter that just needs to train. Beard Mike. I keep meaning to do it in here, I just keep forgetting. I keep meaning to do it in here again, but then it's either busy or I just like forget or whatever. And like, especially if I come on an evening, it's just. Yeah. But Beard Mike is on today. Right. Good idea. It'll get more views. There you go. That was actually my last set of this. Sorry. Right. Next shall be squats. Squat rack's busy, so I'll use the half rack and do zerches. So that was horrible. That was 75 for 10, which is the most I've done. Last time did 60, so we're up a little bit. So there's two 25s on one side, one on the other. Squats were no good and bothering my ankle, but for some reason this doesn't. And that shall be it for today. I shall see you the next time I make a video. Welcome to cooking. Why am I shouting? Welcome to cooking with Master Chef me. Not really cooking. The session is done. It is complete. It is over with. Some good, some bad, some indifferent. So what we did was, first up, I did hamstring curls. So lying down, face first. Hamstrings going to kick you back. You look like you're on your phone trying to call your best friend. A couple of sets of 8. Nothing particularly exciting. And then after that, went and did single leg split squats as if you can do double. I did split squat isometric holds. What I did was you hang on to the lat pull down so that could take off some of your body weight. So I call it 100 kilos for simplicity's sake. I was 94 point something this morning. So I used 40 kilos on the lat pull down. So that means that I was doing the split squat holds with about 60 kilos in total. 30 seconds on each side for 2 sets. Also, when you are cooking, don't follow any of my advice. I'm not a particularly good cook. Cough all over the food as well. I put some seasoning and some spray oil on the foil, and the reason I'm using foil in the air fryer, and it defeats the point of the air fryer and the circulation, is because I don't want to clean the air fryer out later when I use it to cook other stuff. So put the spray oil and put the seasoning in, and then we'll put the chicken in. This chicken has been washed already, I believe. So this way, the bottom of it is seasoned as well as the top of it for cooking. and do the same again afterwards. I do it the other way, of the seasoning and then the cooking. And this is the seasoning for if you don't know how to cook. You just use this stuff. Aromat. Let me see if it'll focus on it. There we go. Anyway, training. So then single leg extensions. I believe there was 4 sets in total. I maybe didn't film the first set. I don't actually remember at this point. And then after that, I went on. I tried to do Zercher squats actually. I prefer to cook the chicken on a slightly lower heat, but for a longer duration. I tried to do Zercher squats, but it was irritating my left ankle, which is the one that had been broken. So instead, what I did was I went onto the leg press, because for some reason that doesn't tend to irritate my ankle. So happy days there. Did that. And then that was it. That was the end of the session. It wasn't much. So the goal for today's session was twofold. So one is to stimulate the tendons enough that they adapt. And so we did that with the isometric holds, because the first lot of isometric holds are kind of like analgesic rather than strength. And then the second lot of isometric holds, they were the strength side of things. So the ones with the split squats. I don't actually think that I can do the split squat holds with just body weight yet. Well, that's a lie. I know that I can on one side, but I don't think I can on the other side. So I will show you. So if we go right side forwards, I can go down and hold that position for a couple of seconds, not long. If I go left side forwards, I really struggle. So get to here, I don't know if you can see how much I'm tremoring, but I can't really do it on that side. So that's why I'm having to use the extra weight. But that's that. And what I'd done prior to training was just some stretching. The stretching that I've been finding the most helpful. So I do it down here in like the corner of the room. And the rationale for that is so I can use this between these, and I can use these two sides here to use these to modulate the pressure. But this way it means I can be on a nice flat surface, and there my hamstrings or glutes and my heels are just about touching. It's actually quite sore to do that right now because I just trained, but that's been one of the most useful stretches, and being able to do that bilaterally. So bilaterally means both sides. Being able to do that on both sides has been fantastic, because obviously it just halves the time that it takes me to do these stretches. So that's good. That's it for the training for today. I'll probably, since the weather's nice outside, I'll try and go for a small walk, but my ankle and my foot, it feels mashed today. So I might not actually be able to do that. I can walk on the treadmill, but it's nice weather outside. So I don't really want to do that. I'd rather be outside. Anyway, that should be it for that. The rest of today is fairly boring. So this morning I got up about 5:30ish. Started work about 6:15. I wrote an email, which doesn't sound like much, but does take time. I then repurposed that email into a Facebook post, a LinkedIn post, an Instagram carousel, and I will film the same thing as a YouTube video later on this evening when it gets dark, because then I can do the blackout background. You might not have seen any of these videos yet because I've set them out for quite far in the future so that I can stay ahead of it. I'm currently looking for a video editor at the minute. I'm trialing out a few people, but I want to be able to just outsource it, and then that way it'll mean that I can make the videos not every day, but like almost every day. I'll be able to make a relatively good quality video because I'm already doing the emails and stuff like that, so turning them into the video is not too bad. It's the editing that takes the time. Now, I'm not too bad in terms of needing to do multiple cuts and reshoots and stuff like that, but it does take the time to upload like the presentation type format. But what I've been doing is making an Instagram carousel post and using that as like the presentation, so it's dual purpose. But it takes probably, so the way I'm doing it, it's taking me 2 hours per video to edit. Not these videos. These videos take like this, where they're so the fully uncut ones, they don't take any time to edit. I just have to upload them, and that's it. So it only takes a couple of minutes to actually press the buttons. But for the longer educationally type ones, to go through, remove ums and ahs and stuff, which isn't too many, but it is a thing, and then to add the graphics over the top, make sure the colouring looks alright. It's about 2 hours per video, so I can't justify 2 hours every day on a thing that doesn't directly bring in revenue right now. Revenue is how much money the business earns. Revenue is not the same as profit. Two different things. However, if I have the video editor, then that can significantly decrease the time for me, because then all I need to do is the content stuff, which I already would do anyway, film the video, send it off to them. And the thing is, with me saying about something that might contribute to revenue, I can't guarantee it. At the minute, there's like 1,400 and something subscribers. If every single one watched every single video, fine. And if everyone signed up, fine. But realistically speaking, to have the YouTube stuff actually bring in decent revenue, probably needs to be 10 times that. And I'm not delusional enough to think that will happen immediately. That takes time. It takes patience and consistency. So that's part of why, as well, with the training videos. So today's video, there's not actually much of the training session, but there wasn't really much to show. I'm just trying to get back into the habit of filming these sessions, and I think it's my own biases or limiting beliefs or whatever of that it wouldn't be interesting to film these sessions, but I keep getting like showing an idea like slaps you in the face, and it's like, duh. I keep thinking back to the quad injury, and even when I was younger, being like, I wish I had evidence of this so I could look at it, not evidence like I need to prove it to somebody, but so I could look back at it personally. So I quite like watching back the 700 video series, or some of the videos leading up to when I last had a successful competition where I squatted the 272 in comp. I wish I'd kept doing it more consistently after the quads exploded as well. So I'm kind of thinking of this as future me will look back and be like, why didn't you keep doing it? There's no cost to doing it. It doesn't take very long. The only cost is actually pressing the buttons, and sometimes there's like that little feeling of, am I getting in people's way in the gym or whatever? But here's the thing, right? People watch this sort of stuff all the time, so somebody has to be there to film it. With that said, I've been rambling on for another 10 minutes or so at the end of the video, so if you made it all this way through, please comment the word potato, because then I'll know someone's actually watched it. I'd be very surprised. Although I have seen, when you look at the YouTube analytics, on mine, it's mostly a flat line. When I've set these uploads, so I'm uploading every other day, it's going like this. It's gradually going up. So then I'm like, every time I've got into the habit of that, it starts doing that with the views, and then I stop uploading, and it goes flat again, and then it starts again. And I'm like, there's a pattern there, and you're being stupid by not keeping it up. And it's just because, although I can think long term, I'm not acting based on the long term outcomes, whereas I can do it for other things, weirdly. So that actually is going to be the end. Take care.